Targeted individuals' lives are truly upended by offenders. The emotional, mental, and sometimes physical toll it takes is real. Offenders make it their mission to disrupt the lives of others, and their actions can be devastating. That being said, in this video, I want to acknowledge how essential it is to recognize our agency and how we respond to these situations. It's not about blaming oneself or dismissing the severity of the attacks. It's about understanding that while we might not have control over external actions, we have control over our own choices and responses. There was a time I was attacked day and night, and it was very difficult to process the best way to respond. And looking back, I have to recognize, sure, the attacks were awful and terrifying. Now, how much did I make my situation worse through sabotage? I'm not suggesting that changing our responses is a solution to the problem. It's much more complex than that, and much of the problem is out of our control. But what I am saying is that by being aware of our behavior and choices, we can potentially avoid certain situations or minimize their impact on our lives. In previous videos, I've talked about how I've changed locations, workplaces, and relative instability in my life. Maintaining a strong support network has helped so that I'm talking about my decisions and weighing out pros and cons. Ideas that I didn't want to talk openly about, I wish I had written in a journal to process before diving into a plan that wasn't well thought out. It's okay not to face this alone. I found support using different apps and virtual spaces that could relate. Finding ways to take care of our mental and emotional well-being is non-negotiable. Being mindful and maintaining resilience in the face of adversity can only be done if I'm taking care of myself. At the same time, it is difficult to have a good level of self-care when I'm being attacked in a way that destroys my sense of self and confidence. I understand that these suggestions might seem small compared to the enormity of the problem. My aim here is to acknowledge that perpetrators upend the life of the targeted individual, while saying, as a targeted individual, we must also recognize how to empower ourselves by avoiding choices that can contribute to the sabotage that may already exist. We can't always control what happens to us, but we can control how we react and the choices that we make.